Hey everyone, I'm Brian. You're watching the Build a Place channel. In this video, I'm going to be making a spray can shaker. I'm going to be using a Sawzall, a old demolition Sawzall blade, some number 8 by 1 inch self-drilling screws, a piece of 3-inch PVC pipe, 4 inches long, an old serpentine belt, some adjustable self-closing hinges, and a piece of 3/4 inch plywood. So let's get started making this project. First thing I'm going to do is take this 3 1/4 inch hole saw and cut out a plug, and that plug should fit the ID of this 3-inch pipe. So let's go to the drill press. Let's cut this plug out of this piece of 3/4. Has the drill press all set up, the board is secured, so I'm just going to drill this 3 1/8 inch or 3 1/4 inch hole out. The plug we just cut out from the 3/4 inch plywood, that's going to go inside of here. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this inside a little bit because I'm going to put a little bit of solvent cement inside to hold this plug on. I'm not sure how well it's going to hold it on, but it'll give us a little bit of strength while we're assembling. I'm just going to put a liberal amount of solvent cement inside. Let that soften up a little bit. Put a little bit on the outside of this disc. And then I'm going to kind of regret this because I know I'm going to have this stuff on my fingers. Okay. See how good we can do this without getting much on my fingers. Drive this down to its flush. Lid on this the rest of the way. I know it's going to fall over on me the whole way. It looks pretty flush. There's a little below flush there. Get the excess off of there. We got a lot of excess inside, so I'm going to try to reach in and get some of that excess adhesive off the inside. At least spread it out if all else fails. There, we got most of that out. And this is probably where I want to get the adhesive on me. Okay, this goes to trash. Let's put this away. Okay, now, if I keep using this for now, we're going to mark the line that we're going to be cutting. So first we're going to draw a center line across here. And then because the ID of this is a little bit too large, we're gonna cut this into 2 pieces. So I'm gonna go about 1/16 inch. So I'm gonna make it an 1/8 inch cut that I'm gonna cut out. So it's a 1/16 inch on either side of this line I'm gonna be cutting out. It gives me a total of a 1/8 inch. That'll help with the ID problem. There's another way to do this, and I may do that if this doesn't work out or it doesn't work out as well, or I may just show the alternate method in a future YouTube, but for now we're just going to take this over on the bandsaw. We're going to make 2 cuts across there. A little change in plan. I decided not to do the bandsaw yet. Got to put these screws in to hold to that plywood base. The glue is going to hold, but probably not that well So I'm just gonna put 6 screws in here, kind of there'll be 2 screws close to where the cut lines will be, and just one dead in the middle of here. So put one here. It's self-drilling. Screws are pretty nice. Not going too close to that line because I'm afraid I may hit it with the saw blade. Didn't need to latch it in that good. Okay. One dead to the middle top. And one close to the cut line, but not close to the bandsaw blades when I hit it. Okay, now we go to the bandsaw. Okay, now for the serpentine belt is going to go inside of here. So I'm going to make 4 of these. There's going to be one at the top and one near the bottom. That's going to get glued in. So I'll mark these. Find that cutting this with a bandsaw is the best way to cut it. Cutting with a utility knife is very difficult. So I'm just going to put a mark with a pencil, and I'll cut 4 of them to that length. I'm going to clean the PVC again, clean the inside of the PVC with a little bit of acetone, grease it, and the inside of this piece also. I get all the grease and oils off. A little bit more acetone on the brag. And I'm also going to clean the back side of the serpentine belt. Get any oils or grease. These are used belts, so you can see they're pretty dirty. So I get all that residue off of them from being in whatever car they were in. Okay, well that's setting up. I want to mark how far I need to put the adhesive. So I'm just going to put this down in here and just put a quick mark with a pencil where the glue needs to go. The first one's going to go all the way to the bottom. The next one's going to come, I'm thinking just about a 3/8 to 1/2 inch down. 1/2 inch looks good. Put lines on this so I can follow that when I put my adhesive in. Do the same to this one here. Let those sit. Okay, the next thing I have purchased some Permatex plastic emblem and trim adhesive. I'm going to put that on both surfaces. And that's why I put the lines there to kind of know where the adhesive's going to go. take a cotton swab, spread this glue out a little bit, maybe a little bit on the thick side. But it looks like I got about the right amount. I don't know, it probably needs to be a thinner layer, but I believe it'll work. If it goes outside lines a little bit, it ain't gonna hurt anything. I just didn't want to make a big mess. Now we'll also put on the backs of these. Been doing pretty good today. I haven't got much adhesive on. Watch me mess up now that I said something. Normally if I'm messing with PVC solvent cement, it's on my fingers for days. Being a little careful, I guess. If I'm reading right on the instructions, clean, dry. Allow at least, we need to allow this to set for at least 10 minutes to evaporate. It's going to get tacky. So the adhesive on everything has gotten real tacky, so I think we can install these belts. So basically I'm just going to fold this up best I can. It's almost going to be like a contact adhesive. It just kind of sticks on there as soon as you put it together. So I just fold these up into a U shape. Do my best to get them where I want them right from the start. Do the same for this one. Let's put it in get a U shape. Yeah, that one moved on me. I didn't get it right. It was not too sticky. This one's got a little bit of a dog leg on it, but we'll get it to fit in there. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this coming together, but the can's gonna sit in here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this clamp's big enough, hope it's big enough. I'm just gonna clamp this. I better get another, I'm gonna get another one too. Put 2 clamps on here to clamp this together. I'm gonna let that, like I said, put another clamp on there, but I'll put this in the middle for now. But I'll be putting another clamp on there. Next thing is we're gonna be mounting the hinge onto the bottom of there, but we're gonna need to get this saw blade in here. So what I'm gonna do for this is the length. I already calculated the stroke on the saw, so it's all the way to the back now. So if this line is flush with the face of this hinge, then it won't hit the foot. So already calculated that out. So that, like I said, this is all the way to its retracted of the stroke. So if I put that right there, it's not going to hit. So what I'm going to do is a tab weld. Basically, I'm going to cut a groove here that this blade is going to sit through. Oh, I'm sorry, it's going to sit through this direction, but I'm going to cut a groove there. It's going to sit through there, and then I can put a weld at the top, and then I can weld a couple tack welds on the side to hold to the rest of this part of the hinge. But that's the plan right now. So I'm going to go while that other piece is drying. I'm going to take and modify this. I have a line mark. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a black line there I'm going to cut to. Let's take my flex shaft tool, and I got a Bad Dog Tools cutoff wheel, so I'm going to try see how that works on cutting through this. Should be fairly easy to do. The blade goes through. It's got a lot more slop than I wanted it to have, but it does go through. So that's where it's going to go, right there. Have this all clamped up, ready to go. What I decided to do is cut the blade into 3 sections. Two of the sections come all the way through to form the tab weld, and then there's another blade section behind there to kind of shim it to keep it straighter. So I'm gonna just weld this thing up real quick. I have the blade welded to the hinge and kind of ground that backside flush. So I'm just going to mount it on to the back of this block of wood with the screws that were included with the hinge. I guess I got a screw right there, so I'm going to have to do something about that one screw. That's why I went in and just turned, made a quick turn. So I'll be able to get these other ones in. Just won't be able to get that middle one in until I move those. So I'll just go without that middle one for now. I'm curious on how well this is going to work. So you got your 2 pieces. So what we got to do is we got to make some adjustments to the tension of the spring. So I got to do that now. So you get the adjusters out. Put the bar in there and bring it around. Let's put it right there for now. Install the pin. That should give us a little bit of compression. And then just open this up. Can comes out, put it back in. Let's mount this thing into the Sawzall and see how it's going to work. We have a Sawzall here. Just loosen up the set screw. Put this in, lock it in. Tighten it up. We're going to plug it into an outlet. Got a new can of spray paint. It does have a tendency to want to walk out. So if you run it at a slower speed, it should be fine. That speed works fairly well, no problems. It seems to work better when you have it almost in a vertical position. Seems like it shakes better. Now I got the paint all shook up. I want to get this thing prepped and do some painting on it. Make it look a little better. Put a coat of paint on it, and it's all back on the Sawzall. It appears to work. I haven't lost the can yet from it. It sounds like it's wanting to pull out, but it's not. So it does pop out.
That's how you done.
It does pop out if you go fast enough, but hey, it works at a slow speed. May need to do a new model of it, but
better than shaking by hand.
Yeah, it's better than shaking by hand, even though you lose a can once in a while. Thanks for watching my channel. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, leave comments, and till the next video.